A video. I never actually made a mistake. I will definitely prove it. That's never been a difficult issue. I never actually had any difficulty. If there was anyone who watches this program, everything is really clear. I don't really need to fixate it on it. Let me actually know. I don't know what's going to happen. Let me actually know. Click it. I don't know. And anything that comes to know, I immediately see. I don't really need to. I'm actually faster than other people or similar. It's really easy. I don't really need to think about it. Everything is really easy. I never had any difficulty seeing anything. Lots of bullshit. I'm not really lesser though. Let's try to actually do something really new. It's really important to actually, deal with something that I've never even heard about or anything about daily life. Let's try to actually do it. I don't mind. Anything that has something to do with, a real life situation that I've never even heard about. Let's try to actually do it. What would be a great one? I've never actually visited technology or media. Let's try to do it. I'm actually faster than other people. Everything really comes to like the video. Is telehealth here to stay? What does that mean? In the time of the coronavirus, we no longer actually go to hospitals. If you ever wanted to actually if you ever actually want to be examined by doctors normally actually discourage you from coming in and walking into the clinics. What do they actually say? That please turn on your Skype. Let's try to have a FaceTime. We can actually lead a tele diagnosis or teleconference to examine you. You don't really need to actually set up a medical appointment to drop by your doctor's office physically in person. You can have, a televised medical appointment by having a one-on-one meeting with your doctor to explain your symptoms, and he or she could look deeper into your spot or your body. Now, this could be possible. That is normally what we call the telehealth, right? In a teleconference type of a doctor's appointment, by having a one-on-one meeting with the doctor, using a telecommunication method instead of having a one-on-one closed meeting inside the doctor's office in person physically. There is no more, harassment coming from the walk-in appointment. Everything can be arranged indirectly. Simply, all you need to do is turn your laptop on and sit down and get your body exposed to the camera, which you would actually, transfer the information back to the doctor's office to have you diagnosed with a certain disease. But the problem is this type of a future can be acceptable even after the coronavirus? Does that have a lasting power and impact on our life? That's really the question. Even after the coronavirus, can we expect to see this type of new diagnosis or prescription that could be given out by doctors through the telecommunication? Does that sound reasonable despite all difficulties? Can we expect to experience advanced technology that would break down the barriers in the virtual medical reality? That's what it is about. It's really easy. This is really a arm scanning robot. This type of robotic instrument is extremely equipped with the technology to analyze and identify the specific germs or bacteria. Then this type of germ analyzing or dissecting robot truly kill the coronavirus? Would that be a good an instrument or a tool that would wage a war against the coronavirus to kill them off? I mean, that's what has been asked. I don't know. But the thing is, my first, idea is really this is really designated to analyze different types of germs or bacteria or any type of viruses. But the problem is this capable of even attacking the coronavirus by sharpening up its technology and refining its medical equipment? Can that be feasible? That's really the question. Can we actually envision this type of future? The robotic medical doctor can artificially handle this based upon the artificial intelligence installed or inserted in their brain. Inserted, I mean. Inserted. That's really easy. I don't need to think twice about anything. According to the latest recent search, Sun is less active than other stars in the solar system, and that is somehow good news for our planet Earth. I don't really know what type of latest research they were talking about, but according to the state of the art research that is recently newly published, it says that our sun is less active than other stars in the solar system in comparison and contrast with the different planets or comets. They're not likely to be less active than the sun we have. The sun is less active. Thankfully, for whatever reason, the sun we have in our solar system is not really in that much hyperactivity. Truly, if you ever actually put it right next to other different stars or comets or asteroids or all different type of existences. Yeah, right? But that is really good news for the planet Earth. Well, I don't know. Maybe it would actually make a contribution to lower down the temperature. I don't really know. But whatever reason, it has been actually published. It's not my opinion, but I actually read it really quickly. I don't give a shit. It's really easy. This comet is disintegrating. The very movement that has been featured by the disintegration of the comet is purely coincidentally captured and scanned by the NASA's Hubble telescope. If you ever go to NASA, there is a gigantic Hubble telescope. Hubble telescope is developed by an astronomer whose name is Hubble. This is a really eponymous tool named after the developer and inventor, right? But the thing is, a comet is, and it's a phase to be dislocated and disintegrated. It's about to be broken by actually multiplying into different pieces and crumbles. I don't know. But the thing is, this, very coincidental and a rarefied moment is beautifully envisaged and saved by the lens of the NASA's Hubble telescope. Through the lenses, you can actually witness the beautiful moment of the disintegrating comet, whose in dislocating procedure, pill by pill, has been truly captured. And captured means it has been saved. That means you can definitely refer to this illustration, which beautifully depicts every movement step by step by elaborating on the procedure, because it just filmed it. It is somehow filmed, and it is just simply actually taken by the amazing gadget called the Hubble telescope. It's really easy. I don't need to think about it. I don't know, when was really the time that I have to think about it? It's really easy. Huh. So experimental, that means the experiential blood test can definitely detect and diagnose cancer before symptoms. If you even don't have any symptoms, it's just simply actually having a drop of blood coming out of your body, which could be collected and analyzed inside the lab. This would be sufficient to analyze and diagnose what type of possibility you might have for cancer. You might actually have cervical cancer, ovarian cancer, and breast cancer. You want to actually know about it, right? Simply having a tiny drop of blood sucked out of your fingertips, that would be enough. Later, these blood samples are taken to the laboratory and they would be analyzed. These samples that are analyzed, these are really the very evidence to make a conviction or the attestment. Conviction for cancer, attestment to the disease development, anything is possible. Just simply, and not going through the labyrinth of medical procedures, but having one simple blood drop from your fingertip, that would be almost like, a silver bullet to curtail any different procedures to get your diagnosis confirmed. You don't really need to wait multiple days even, because this definitely, provides us almost the fastest shortcut. That's really the case. I don't really need to think hard about it. You don't really even need to have a symptoms. Oh, you feel like you have a fatigue and a pain, or even sore, or any different type of a preconceived symptoms that are recognizable. That means if you actually feel that your body is not in shape, or a different type of following consequential events that would be a portentous omens, right? You don't really need to have that kind of symptoms. You don't really need to wait for them. Even simply regularly having your blood analyzed, and that would be the end of the story. That easy. I'm actually not reading less than them. Stupid. Zoom shares a drop since Google makes the video conferencing free. Zoom is really the company that's been actually capitalizing on the movement to sell teleconferencing technologies to different companies. But Zoom's shares, the stock market shares, somehow experience a significant drop. Why is it so? Because Google somehow offers its own teleconferencing video technique free. For free. That means there is no cost. I don't know. Maybe, because of the corona, is it really a temporary or a transient issue or intermittent issue? I don't know. But Google decides to offer in a video teleconferencing instrument that would be provided by Google as a platform for conferencing. But it's just simply free. You don't really need to actually sign up for a subscription. You don't really need to purchase a service, just like having a plan for mobile phones. You don't really need to buy any of it. This is simply gratuitous, and no strings attached. You can simply enjoy this conferencing tool sponsored by Google with no single penny wasted. That's really the thing. No nickel, dime, penny should be paid for using Google teleconferencing. You just simply actually sign up and make an account, but no costly burden would be incurred. All right, that's it. I don't really need to think about it. It's really easy. Parental boozing wire obligation. There's nothing to wire about. There is nothing funny about it. This is really a silly event that's just actually comical. You just witness how funny it could actually get. I don't really know what else. The Homeland Security department is all of a sudden worried about the possibility of Zoom being attacked by foreign spies, right? Because I'm not really so sure. It's my first time to hear what Zoom is. I can actually guess that Zoom is a teleconferencing communication service provider, and you can actually sign up for it. You can simply have a proper tool which could actually connect you to different parties who could actually make an easy conferencing or even communication or FaceTime or anything. But the problem is, Zoom's network is pretty much vulnerable to any hacking attacks, especially by foreign spies. That's the reason now, the Department of Homeland Security is extremely concerned, and right now, this department is watching Zoom with alerted concern. It could be possible if any evildoer who might really want to cause damage could have possibly hack into the system to obtain information that was supposed to be classified or not. I don't really know, but that could be the case. Anyway, the Department of Homeland Security is now pretty much actually worried about the damage that could truly affect the users of Zoom, because Zoom's infra network is a pretty much infrastructure is a pretty much vulnerable to foreign spies. It could be possibly done if and only if gained a pretty sophisticated technology. This could be feasible. This is up for grabs. Any type of a network breach can be thinkable and conceivable. It's not really something that would be, a airtight and bulletproof situation. That's really the reason, and people are really concerned, especially those people who've been actually working on the national security and national intelligence that were actually pretty much alerted, as more and more people right now use this type of teleconferencing tools to actually get in touch with each other or host a multi-mega events or social gatherings, right? And they could actually leak very important, critical, classified, or secretive information that could eventually be leaked by, certain evildoers or malefactors or saboteurs or conspirators and whoever that might be, right? And I have to actually go back to German, so I may have to do one more. This will be the last one. Right now, lawmakers warn of a possible abuse cases and abuses of the coronavirus patient tracking technology. If you ever download an application to actually get to know more about the whereabouts of a corona suspects or patients, whoever actually tested positive for corona, they should actually do this. This type of very close connected network could eventually cause damage on any others who might actually really use the service within the civil society, because their secretive privacy can be breached with a simple click of a permission. Then those people who might really want to obtain the private information capitalizing on this crisis, then this could be done. Just like no search warrant would be necessary, but you just simply sign up for it voluntarily. So you actually decide to invite an enemy who would be dying to get to know about you at a personal level, obtaining your private information bit by bit. Then this would be the possibility. Right now, lawmakers warn of that. And a warn of, if you ever actually use it, you can actually multiply a thing that lawmakers. That's the legislators. I don't really need to think about it. It's really easy. Legislators and right now warn about the danger of privacy breach by the abuse. Technically, in the original sentences, it has been written as abuses, right? any type of news information that could actually eventually be a boomerang to collect more information with no limitations. You're actually inviting an enemy within you by actually allowing this foreign entity to gain access to your gadget. That means that your secretive and private information is likely to be permissible or obtainable or accessible. Then that's really a big deal. Legislators now actually warn about it and warn of it. That's a really possible thing. I don't really need to think about it. It's very easy. Yeah, it's really easy. Ha ha ha. Hmm. Hmm. Australia now will actually make it illegal. If there is anyone who actually uses coronavirus information with no commitment to the health wise concerns or no seriousness about the public health for their own profit making or business purposes, then that person is likely to face the criminal charges. That's really possible. Australia just simply, pushes this legislative proposal because it really will adopt the bill. And technically, it will make it because it is really adopted, so it will simply make it illegal and criminal. Which one is that? Using the coronavirus tracking info for other than health related purposes, right? Can I just write it down once more? Tracking. Non-health wise purposes. Australia will make using the corona tracking technology and private information illegal if used for non-health wise purposes. It's really easy. I don't really need to think about it. What does that mean? Australia technically now adopts a bill to actually make it illegal from now on. If there is any person who just simply gains access to the private information that was supposed to be used for corona tracking, for the emergency. But if this idea would actually be abused for profit making or money making by simply actually increasing the customers' numbers, if this type of illegal, lucrative business would be detected, then it would actually face a serious prison time, or it could actually be criminalized immediately. Whoever actually gains an access to this type of information that should be privy to public health welfare purposes, but if someone truly abuses this to make money out of it, or some simply operate their own lucrative business for profit making benefiting from this situation, then it would immediately be a criminal activity. I mean, that means it's a crime, right? What else I can actually say about it? I don't know. Do I have to actually repeat it? Australia is going to adopt a bill that is, definitely, technically, it's not going to adopt a bill. Oh, I feel so stupid. Why am I actually doing it? Can I just write it down? I don't know, or else I can actually say that. But Australia is now going to persecute someone who abuses corona-related information, especially closely connected to someone else's privacy and classified information that was supposed to be for public health to make business out of it. Then this type of activity will be punished with criminal intent, since it would be read as a criminal intent. That's what has been said. That's it. I don't really need to. Oh, I have to stop. No, I never repeated. No, no, no.